Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Hot Dads Podcast.
One of these days, we will both say
we're not
podcast.
We're not.
But I like that
we're
we keep
not,
it different.
We're not going to get into this. You love to talk about like the structuring of like little details of the podcast. Nobody cares
because I'm Gracie Canaan.
Nobody cares. You are Gracie Canaan. Where can they find you on the internet?
Save Gracie Canaan. Help me. TikTok, Instagram. Also getting on Facebook, which is a whole thing that we'll talk about later.
Which
we are
you talked about.
on it.
Yeah, you talked about it in the catch-up episode as well.
We'll talk about it more because now we have
That's
our
what
stellar
people-
guests here.
yeah.
But before we bring on our stellar guests, who the fuck are you?
I am the co-host of Hot Dads Pod, Maria Heinegg, MariaHeinegg. You can find me all over the internet. Big time deal. And you guys, let's get to our guests. Let's not hold back. Here we are, famous comedian, big time deal, influencer, drinker of celery juice. You may recognize her from a previous episode, Elle Orlando.
Big time deal influencer.
That's right. Tell them where they can find you on the internet.
Yeah, Elle Orlando, ELL.
You didn't say the second E in your name.
ELLE. Orlando. I don't know. I don't really spell my name, but like Maria spelled her name, so I feel like I have to spell it. But like you guys can figure it out.
You guys know how to spell
like
Orlando.
Elle Orlando,
Yeah.
and there's some underscores. It varies per platform, but
If you can't find
She likes
her,
to mix it up.
I like to give you guys a
Keep
little
you
challenge.
guessing. Yeah. If
I
you
don't
find me, good luck.
yeah. I don't
Honestly, if they want it badly enough, like if they can't figure out how to find you, the big time good deal influencer, I can't remember.
Good deal.
Yeah, I like what you said, and I'm going to add on
good
to it
deal.
every time. Big time. I think it was big time influencer, but I'm going to add on to it every time. Big time good fun influencer.
I'm cheap. I'm a good deal. I'll cut you a good deal. I'll promote your product for nothing.
You're our first return guest.
Yeah.
Oh, back on the track.
Yeah,
once
that's
again.
right, baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
We needed you. We missed you.
I missed you guys. This already rocks. I'm having a great time.
That's the idea.
You went through hell to get here.
I did. Holy shit, dude! I took a bus. I left my house an hour ago, which is the best part. Like this city cannot handle rain, and I don't.
And she
understand
lives
why.
25 minutes away. Like
Sure.
if the subway's running.
Yeah,
like
if the
it's-
subway's running, I would have been fine.
Yeah.
but.
And that's what actually one of our listeners' favorite topics is commutes.
Commutes and rain.
what?
Oh my god! Yeah, sorry. It's like all I can talk about.
Gracie's taking me so literally.
I'm
right
like,
now.
wait, which one?
Wait,
Go.
actually?
Well, because honestly, we spend like 60% of the time talking about it. I feel like people who live in New York or probably any city in your daily life. And at this point, like when you go out on a weekend, you have your choices are to like wait forever, right? Like I just bring my laptop with me everywhere so I can just constantly like work on the platform, subway, train, whatever, or spend a shit ton of money on Ubers or bike or walk.
Yeah,
Which is not. Which is
I would
like,
never bike. I'm not a biking person.
Yeah.
at all.
On a nice day, I love to bike.
Yeah.
It makes me like so much happier. But even last night I was telling Maria I did. We drove up to Fairfield Comedy Club and
Fairfield, Connecticut. Shout out.
Connecticut.
Big shout out.
capital
Cool.
of the comedy world.
capital of Connecticut. No, it's not. But and we like drove back, and then we were at New York for a spot, and I was talking about how awful it was, and the guy was like, "Oh, did you guys do multiple spots?" And I was like, "Oh no," and he's like, "Oh, did you have to drive?" And I was like, "No, I was being driven around, and I had the worst."
You're like, oh, that
night
was so
ever.
hard.
Oh my god, I'm such a bitch, dude. I just complain.
I think that makes you a brat, not a bitch.
A little bitch.
Oh,
Lil B. Oh, Lil B.
Baby back bitch.
Okay, fine. Fair enough.
A little B.
A little sub.
Yeah,
A little
I would
sub,
still
but,
rather,
like-
for as much as the subway sucks, I would still rather do that than have to deal with like cars and parallel parking. That is a nightmare. And it's like, it's just me screaming like a Muppet in the car.
It's amazing. Like I have a tweet that I love and got nothing, but I'm like New York changes you because like a friend of mine told me he got a DUI and I was like, oh shit, you have a car? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that one.
Yeah.
I do like that one.
Thank you.
Cars
Yeah.
are cool, but I do not like to be inside of them.
Really? Oh, I love being in a car.
I love being inside of a car. I love driving in them on like a long road trip. I don't like navigating.
What happened?
I get car sick. I'm like, I just want out. I just
Stop
want to be
reading on your phone.
Well, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Just stare into the air?
Just meditate. Stare into the air?
Yeah, that's what else is there to do, man?
Look out the window. Soak in the sights.
I guess I could.
Play some Sheryl Crow.
I like the subway way better than a car.
That's crazy to me.
I know.
I'm such a car bitch. I'm a hotel bitch. I'm a car bitch.
I like hotels.
Yeah. We can connect on that.
Dude, did you know I was so whatever, Fairfield Comedy. The guy said that the 9/11 hijackers, they stayed there at that hotel the night before 9/11.
That's wild.
I know. And then he was like, do you want to hear something even crazier? I was like, what? And he's like, there used to be a hibachi restaurant in here. And I was like, I don't know if that's crazier than the first thing you said.
Does he know like that's hilarious? Or like, do you think he was being earnest?
No, I don't think he caught on what what he said was like the most wildest fucking thing. I was like, no, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Are you sure? Because that's like
No.
hilariously like off the mark.
It was not, he was not joking.
There's this woman, and I think she goes to like all the Fairfield shows, and she came up to me after the shows and she was like, hi, do you know where Beecher is? Who's like another comic, you guys, for people listening. Very funny. And what if I was like medium funny? No.
Some people like him, but not my taste.
No, hi Beecher. All comics are friends of the show, except for, I don't know, Carrot Top. I'm not really sure who to pick there. But but anyway, she's like, do you know where Beecher is? And I was like, oh, he's somewhere around here. And she's like, you were very loud. And I was like, okay.
She wanted to complain.
The second part will help explain it. Oh. But so Beecher comes up and she's like, hi, you did the same exact set that you did when I saw you at, it was like some previous Fairfield show. And it turned out that she is, I think, like autistic or.
I was going to
like,
say she sounds
like Asperger's or something.
She
like
sounds
that.
special.
Yeah, and I think it was pretty clear that she was, but like I wrote it down because it made me laugh so hard. Like, you were very loud, just like that was the full review of my set.
I say more facts. People should just compliment each other with like.
Well, and if
facts.
you think about it, everything she said was factual. Like I am loud.
I don't
and
think
he
of you
did
as
do
a
the
loud
same
person.
set.
Like I really actually don't think of you.
I think that has to do with you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm very loud.
It is
Where's
always
that chick when you need,
or I just think
when you need her here.
When you love someone, you don't think of them as being like loud. You're just like, that's my friend. I'm Gracie.
I have a lot of people who are like, I have a lot of people in my life that are like the loud person where you have to like shut them up on the subway. You're like, I love you, but people are staring.
I have a friend, Kaylin, and she's just volume loud. Like she's not obnoxious at all. But she's like listening. She's like, you're a bitch. But she talks so loud, like in small spaces. And I think it's a hearing thing.
Yeah.
But
my sister does that.
I'm just like, take it down.
Yeah.
Like
her octave, my sister's like, there's something in her voice where it just travels and it's so strong. And I'm like, even in the most crowded, noisy restaurant, it sounds like she's screaming over everybody. And I'm like, Emery, one time we went to like a comedy show in Chicago, and the comedian like asked her a question, and he's like, oh, the loudest voice from this little girl. Picked on her single most like insecurity.
Oh boy.
She was pretty upset. I was laughing my ass off.
Yeah, I bet you were. Like classic like mean sister energy where you're like, ha, ha. Yeah, that exact laugh. Just like a witch cackle of like, just like, ha ha ha, you're hurting.
Yeah.
I feel like she could do a lot with that voice. Like that's a tool. Maybe she should run for office or something.
Maybe. Yeah, she's super smart.
She know? Yeah. I don't know, lifeguard. What's something that requires you to have a
run for office or a lifeguard?
Something where you have to be loud and commanding.
Loud and commanding. Yeah. Or like a dictator.
Yeah.
Sure, could be
I mean, I would
cool.
say that's running for office in its own way.
Yeah. Politics.
Yeah.
For
Forcing
sure.
her way through. Yeah. Forging her own path.
Honestly, these ladies have to break through glass ceilings. Like, let's have some female dictators out there.
Is there Any female dictators?
I don't know why you're asking me. I'm not going to be able to help with this at all.
Something having to do with Burma. Something in Burma. Someone got in trouble in Burma.
Andrew's looking it up, but
That's what it was. Look up Burma. Look at Burma president got in trouble? ? Something of that nature happened, but that's it. A lot of pressure on Andrea right now to make us look like not
in. We're talking about a female prime minister named Indira Gandhi, no relation to
but
Gandhi.
she's not a dictator.
Oh,
You know, I don't know if there have been any actual.
we just don't care enough. It's like, ugh.
I just think
I just don't think we're power hungry generally the same way that men are. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you really.
I don't know.
And
Have you
everyone has to
seen-
endorse you. And what are they going to endorse a woman? That'd be crazy.
Yeah, that
Like,
would be.
We're pretty competitive in a lot of other ways, like Instagram likes. You know, if we apply that to creating a dictatorship, we could do a lot.
I feel like women
You
just
know?
like lose interest really easily.
No,
like,
don't say we're not motivated. We're motivated.
no, with evil and like revenge and like
Yeah.
stuff like negative emotions.
I just
We're
think
like,
there's
well, let's get over it.
I think there's just way less women that are like that kind of power hungry.
Yeah.
Because only a few get through anyway, right? So it's like,
We don't have a
How
lot of
many-
Putins on our side.
I really didn't know what word you were about to say. Like, I thought you were going to say like poontang or something like that.
Poontang.
And I was like, we're all poontang.
Yeah,
Like,
we
We
are.
all have that.
I think
sure.
we're identifying a real white space for us guys. Like a real, like if comedy doesn't really pan out fully, maybe we go where there's less competition.
Yeah.
Female dictatorship market.
I thought you meant like white skin.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was
White
like,
space? Oh no, it's you know what it is? It's a retail term from my previous days as a corporate hack where it'd be a bunch of blonde bitches. And I can say that now as a blonde bitch.
Oh, yeah.
And
Three
it would just be
blondes.
like a bunch of people in a conference room being like, we have a lot of white space in linens.
like
or whatever.
opportunity, basically.
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
that's so funny. White space means opportunity.
Yeah.
So bad.
I mean, yeah. Yeah. It was a lot
That's what we're
of
calling this episode: Three Blondes in a White Space.
white space, filling the white space.
Yeah.
That sounds horrible. I don't even know, in or out of context.
Nah, I think filling it sounds good. It sounds like you're like, absolutely not.
Filling
we're,
a void?
We're unwhiting this space by
Yeah.
filling it with not white stuff. I don't know.
Not. You know what? I got nothing.
Yeah.
You're the only rep that can make decisions on statements here. So.
No, absolutely not. I actually don't stand by that. And here's where we get into Andrea problematic takes.
Oh, boy.
No,
You don't
I
stand
don't
by what?
I don't stand by the fact that just because like I'm half brown, I can be like the person who like polices. And
Yeah,
so,
I mean,
you know.
I wasn't serious.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I feel like I have to do the policing because you're the one who says reckless shit.
Absolutely.
I'm like, hi, objection, Your Honor.
I'm the Kramer. In case you guys can't tell by my socks and my shirt,
I don't
I'm the
understand
Kramer
why
here.
you call yourself Kramer. What does that have to do with saying like inappropriate things?
Well, first of all, the main guy, Michael.
Do you
What's
mean
his
Michael
name?
Richards?
Yeah, but
Saying the
also,
N-word?
like he always comes in Kramer, the
Gracie's
character.
favorite
It's my
word.
favorite.
What is?
But the
N-word.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
great.
why I'm
That's-
constantly.
Oh my God.
That's why I'm constantly comparing myself. No, well, like Kramer, he always comes in and just like comes in with this crazy energy and like
Yeah, but I'd say
says inappropriate
but I think
shit.
Michael Richards is the one that says inappropriate shit. I don't think his character is nearly as like.
He's just generally
Guilty.
wacky.
Yeah,
Kramer's,
yeah.
we can all agree. We all came here today to
Yeah.
agree that Kramer's generally wacky.
Everyone gaslights you, and we're like, he's the most reasonable character
Yeah,
on the
he's a
show.
normal guy.
What
I
are you
am.
guy, man.
What are you
I think
talking about? That's
I,
a good
I am
guy.
the most gaslightable. Not to brag.
Oh boy.
But yeah.
Oh boy. Well,
So what do you think, Elle?
what have you?
This is all your handiwork.
Well, what I think, I feel like someone was attempting to gaslight me the other, like last week. I was at a show and I was looking for water, as humans do.
as one would want to do.
We've been known to need.
Yeah. And I go up to this girl who's standing next to the bar, not like in front of it, but next to it. And she's wearing all black. And I was like, hey, do you work here? And she's like, no, why do you think I work here?
No.
And I was
no.
and I was like, oh, because you're standing next to the bar and you're wearing all black. And she's like, is there another reason why you think I work here? And I was like, do you want me to keep going?
Was she? What was she? That like
I don't know.
Was she white?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I assume actually I couldn't even guess her ethnicity, to be honest. I guess she was a little tan, but she wasn't like
Yeah.
she was I would say she was white with a tan, but I don't know like what her ethnicity.
Like,
I would
could
have
been
to
Italian,
ask.
could
Yeah.
have been.
I mean,
Was she like
had
a me-looking
tattoos. I was like,
fucker?
maybe that's it. I was like, your bad attitude is probably that's why I think you work here, because you're a fucking asshole.
Actually, I think you're a barista because you're being a real bitch.
And I was like, she got so upset. I was like, okay, well, you don't work here. I think we've.
And also, this is like a dimly lit bar. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why.
But she honestly, she just looked like.
She's
I
staying
wasn't
next
even
to the
thinking
bar.
about like her ethnicity though.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. And she just wanted me to be racist. And I was like, about what? I just want water.
What if she was wearing a name tag
When people
too?
were
And
wearing-
like, what
oh
if
my
she had
God.
like a walkie too? She's like, is there another reason? Yeah, because you have a name tag. Is there another
And I get that,
reason?
like, if that's happening to her all the time, like, that's going to be like a trigger for her. But it's like you're wearing all black, standing next to a bar, like, and all you have to say is, no, I don't work here.
Yeah. And also, everyone thinks I work at every comedy show I'm ever a part of.
Yeah.
I think it's just because I have like server face or something. Like, I think people look at me and they're like, oh, she is not talented and she works here.
Yeah.
And she's not happy about it.
And she's not happy. I haven't seen her smile once. And it's fine. I don't care. It's like, whatever. No, I don't work here, but I will show you where the bathroom is.
I
But like,
I definitely get it at New York Comedy Club, like every once in a while, because like all the servers that work there wear all black, right? Like
Yeah.
that's a whole industry thing in general at lots of places, but especially at a comedy club. And so, and it's always a man, and he'll like try to like wave me down, like as I'm about to go on stage. And I just go, oh, honey, no. No.
What if you should just start doing it at one point? You should take his order and then just get on stage and be like, I don't know, just take people's orders
that would
from
be a
stage,
kind of a
mix it
funny
up.
bit, but then also it's like, sorry, you're not going to get your drink.
Yeah. I mean,
For,
you
like,
could just
the
you
next
could just
15
say
minutes.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would understand if people get offended if you just say like, oh, like you speak to them right off the gate, right off the bat, as if they are working there. Then that's annoying. But the whole thing is like, if you ask, then
You
it's
work
like
here?
I.
It's like, why do you want to be offended? It's so weird. It's like
yeah.
you just want a story to tell your friends. Be like, someone, assumed that I worked here because I'm Italian. It's like, I
Yeah.
don't. Okay, sure.
I would take that as sometimes that happens to me, and it's usually because
Are you about to say you would take it as a compliment that you worked there?
no, not as a compliment, but it's like, oh, like maybe you just have very helpful energy.
Oh my God.
Maybe
only you, optimism.com.
do you work here? I'm like, no, but maybe I can help you with something.
I mean, that is very female energy to be like, what do I have to do to make you comfortable?
Yeah.
Like, what can I do for you?
Well,
Like,
also like my mom had a catering business growing up, so I would always work for her, and like I would always just so even when I'm at parties, when I'm whatever, I'm always my comfortable place is helping.
Yeah, no,
and
I'm well aware.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Fun fact: she offers all of our guests. We're at my apartment. She offers all of our guests like, "Can I get you a beverage?" Like,
yeah, I don't want to
waiting
brag,
for
but
you
I
to,
know where
like-
the bevies are.
I'm
You
waiting
know?
for you to like roll out a wet bar one day and just start.
And then Elle's
serving.
just like, "Do you work here?"
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, "Yes, I am. I don't live here, but I do work here."
Yeah.
So when I'm like at a party or even like a comedy show, like I found myself one time, my friend started making fun of me because I was at Union Hall and we were watching a comedy show was wrapping.
and you just hopped behind the bar.
No. And I started helping them put chairs away. And she was like, this is so fucking weird. I'm like, it's not that weird because it's like,
I do
you're
that
a
at
comedy producer. You know a comedy producer. You're like, I'm standing here.
Was it Union Hall staff doing it, or was it like the producers of the show doing it that are comics?
I think it was like the producers of the staff that were comics.
I definitely offer to do that. Like,
Yeah.
because if it's my show, it's like, yeah, I'd love to like wrap up up cleaning this shit up. Like,
yeah, right.
I'm so tired of running this show in the first place. What? I don't even have a show right now, and I'm like already like, ugh.
Oh God,
What about your
yeah.
CrossFit one?
We do that
It's
like
like
once
a
a year.
pop up.
It was
And we
very
don't have to
fun.
set that up at all. They set it up for us,
Oh,
which
that's
is
nice.
really
That's
nice.
what you gotta find.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. How was it? Good.
It was great. It was so
super
fun.
fun.
That
Hell
was
yeah.
on my birthday, and they like surprised me with a cake at the end, which was really cute.
That they had
was
flown in
nice.
from Tallahassee.
Yeah.
The cake.
Well, my co-producer
Florida.
Courtney Farrington, friend of the pod, just recently did an episode. Works for Goldbelly, and he would hate that I just said where he works, but whatever. Anyway, they're like a bougie like shipping company. Like they teach like boutique, like a restaurant. Like if they have like a really special thing that they make, like they help them figure out how to like freeze and ship it, like to like just people.
Interesting.
Okay, all right. Because when he said this cake was flown in from Tallahassee,
That's
first of all,
Florida.
I don't. From what?
I said that's why.
Oh
Because
yeah,
it's part of
but
the
I don't
brand.
even think I don't know if he said was flown in from. It's like he was probably like this cake is from Tallahassee.
Yeah.
But I pictured like just it being airlifted by multiple, just like
Yeah.
it was flown in. But now that and I was like shipping must have been $700. But now that I know,
It was, I'm one of Logan Roy's children from Succession. So I have stuff flown in on the chopper.
Yeah.
Like, I can't
Drop
wait.
of a hat.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go to Tallahassee to have the cake.
no one wants to go to Tallahassee. You just get murdered in Tallahassee.
What?
Dude, that
I don't know
thing?
because I feel like it's like Florida joke. Insert generic
Yeah.
Florida joke here.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right, that's
Yeah,
fair.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, I just didn't know if you were quoting something.
No.
Well, that Uber driver just got, dismembered in Florida.
Oh,
what?
yeah.
What?
Yeah, but I mean this is what they're saying, like an MS-13 guy, like which whatever, but
doesn't include
Whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I don't know if the guy's actually a part of MS-13 or whatever, if it's like a media thing, but he does look fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
He does not. You don't want to. I don't know if.
Oh, you think he works there, Elle? No.
He just seemed like a really terrifying guy to deliver.
Maybe the Uber driver asked for water.
Maybe.
So
And then
yeah,
he got all
Just
chopped
went
up.
downhill.
Florida
What is-
shit, though.
What is MS-13?
It's like
cartel.
Is that a militia? Oh, it's a cartel.
I think no.
Why would
MS-13
they-
is like a gang, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why would they?
It's like a scary gang.
as
Spooky-
opposed to like
spooky
a friendly
gangs.
gang.
like a cool.
As
opposed
opposed
to
to one that does
Scooby-Doo.
like jazz moves
Yeah,
in the
Scooby-Doo
alleyways,
and
you know?
the mystery machine.
Yeah.
as opposed to
Gang.
like the ones in the Midwest where you just go gang gang.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. That's proven.
As
Those
a
Oklahoma
Midwesterner,
gangs.
You can speak to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was.
That feels like a very ironic, like white person from Chicago thing.
I think the last time I was here, I did the blood thing too, where I spelled blood with my.
that sounds
hands.
right.
What else trying to say is she is in a gang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she murdered the Uber driver.
I always get so terrified talking about gangs, even though 'cause
Yeah?
I don't know. I feel like they have ears everywhere, and they're like,
I
"We're
like-
gonna
I
kill
would
you."
love for our podcast to be big enough that like they hear you talking about them. I would love for your life to be at risk is basically what I'm getting at.
terrified. Was it 13?
Sure.
Love your work.
I also like that this
Favorite
is that this is enough of a problem that you're like every time I talk about gangs, I always get every day
just-
whenever I'm
yeah.
talking about gangs.
I always get looped into gang talk. Like that's what we're calling the episode gang
talk. Yeah.
Gang talk.
In order to get
with the gals.
Yeah.
in order to get industry eyes on
Elle
it.
hates MS-13 with
Yeah.
Elle Orlando.
Absolutely.
No way. That's
Yeah.
fake news, dude. That's
Yeah.
fake news.
Yes.
Big supporter. Long time supporter. Long time fan.
Well, I don't understand. Was there any reason why he did that to the Uber driver? Like, what could that driver have possibly, like, how late was he to pick him up that he was like, you got to go?
I don't know. Oh, no, sorry. It
what it
wasn't
was.
Uber driver's Uber Eats, so he was delivering him food to his home.
That sounds more like a serial killer move
Oh yeah.
than like a gang member.
Yeah, like he just wanted to kill someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
He had the hunger.
That made
And
me
we're not
really-
just talking about Uber Eats.
That made me really upset for delivery. Not that I wasn't upset for like the Uber driver, but like
You and me,
for
Andrea.
delivery drivers, because like I feel like their jobs already suck, and then you get.
I think
dismembered.
all those jobs are already like, if you think about it, even like was it the TaskRabbit? It's all so risky. You're going into a stranger's home.
Yeah.
and, like
I feel
getting
like
into
that
Uber.
way on the other end of it, like having a
Yeah.
TaskRabbit come over. Like my regular TaskRabbit guy, who I won't shout out just because of what I'm about to say about him, but like we don't do it through TaskRabbit. We took it offline, you know, after he did a good job the first time. Turns out he has 3 kids and a wife, but he like one time when he was putting something together and like I had a dog here and he was like, oh, I bet you're gonna like laying in that bed with Maria dog, you know, that would be so nice, or like something like that where you're just like, but he's so good at his job that like I can't stop using him.
Yeah,
Dude, just borrow my roommate.
what?
Borrow my
for TaskRabbit.
Yeah, if you want someone handy who won't.
This guy
Hit on
is,
you.
This guy is
The
whip
best.
fast.
Really?
Like,
Yeah.
I can't even tell you how fast he is. Like he put my bed frame together in 7 minutes.
That's crazy.
That one?
Yes.
What?
I wish I had watched him do it because like
You're
when
like,
I
he's a
came in-
conjoined twin.
Yeah,
So
when I
there
came
he
in
is.
and he was done, I was like, this isn't possible.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I'm sure I'm exaggerating
Yeah.
7 minutes, but
Yeah.
it was psychotic how fast he
Yeah.
got it done. Like
God,
this-
I would love to take this exact conversation out of context and use it for guys. You could not believe how fast he was. It was insane.
I mean-
7 minutes, maybe.
Imagine if 7 minutes was like super fast.
Yeah,
like
it's
that's
not,
That's like a
but-
medium length.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like normal.
Yeah,
It's not kind of long, honestly.
like I don't need. I don't need.
You're
it to
like,
be
come
around.
on, buddy, let's go.
Let's go. Let's just.
How much
skip to
longer do I have to
cuddling.
make noises?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I have like a Russian guy, but then I wanted to give this like young little like Brooklyn twink a try, and he was just like I knew he wasn't gonna be good because he's just too young to be good at like
Yeah.
he's like a
Knowing.
TaskRabbit.
Yeah, I didn't know. I was like, are we talking about TaskRabbits or are we talking about sex?
Again,
TaskRabbit.
it's
Like, I got this
overlapping.
Russian guy, blah blah blah.
Oh no.
For the rest of the conversation, our goal is going to be to talk about TaskRabbits and hookup partners, but not specify who's who, and just have it
kind
be
of thing.
one overlapping conversation.
Yeah, we're like, he's so good at it, but he like, notches my bed frame every time.
You know,
Yeah.
I didn't take my Vyvanse today, so I could see a lot of things that I say today to be very confusing.
I was with you. I was
Nonsensical.
tracking it. Tell
We're
me about this
also-
little Brooklyn guy, this
We're
little
also
newbie.
having this like bratty white woman conversation, being like, "Ugh, my TaskRabbit, like he's so bad at his job.
Don't loop me into this. I have a live-in TaskRabbit. Okay, don't
Quit bragging about your ex-boyfriend."
I know it is.
You live with your
yeah.
ex?
Yeah, we do.
now
We
you're
talked
friends?
about it.
Long time
We're
ago,
yeah,
ex.
long time ago. Ex dated for a long time. Now we're BFFs. Now we're roommates. But he's very handy too. So like, I came home last night and he had built a shelf for me, like that was like a custom space for my bedside table, and then he was using my room as like a place to paint. So I came home and he was painting in my room while he had built a desk, and then I just like fell asleep to him painting and watching like Netflix or something. It was great, super nice.
Wow.
Does that sound
That
insane?
that sounds harmonious.
Yeah, you have like all the perks of having a boyfriend without having a
Yeah,
boyfriend.
it's literally
Yeah.
that's kind of it's kind of what it is.
Except for the sex.
No, it's actually kind of nice that I don't have to have sex where I live.
Sure.
Does that make sense? Like I don't have to be sexy. It's actually even better than when we lived together
know-
before, because like before I'm one of those people where it's like I can never fully let myself just like go and be like a gross disheveled self in front of a partner, even if we are together for 7 years. Like I still want you to be attracted to me, but now because we're not in a relationship, I am my grossest self. And
Nice.
so it's very harmonious.
I was just talking about this though the other day on like 8. You know when you like want to tell 8 people the same thing, but like you can't group text them that, so you just like copy paste to like all the threads
Yeah.
you need to send it to. But I was thinking about like the plus minuses of like hooking up at your place versus at their place. You and I
Yes,
talked about
I
this.
was on this thread.
And
one of them.
Yeah, and our mutual friend friend of the pod, Alex, shout out Alex,
My cousin
was
my
talking,
very cool hot cousin.
Was
He was
saying
not just
that-
a hot nobody. If you're listening, we called her a hot nobody last
I don't
time.
think-
Someone
I-
was like,
I think that was you.
no, it was actually like, I'm pretty sure it was
I did not
you.
call her.
No, but here was the context. The
I
hot,
think
the
I
hot
said non-comic.
No, the context was someone was like, "Oh, she a comic?" And I think one of it was like, "No, she's nobody. She's a hot nobody." But she wasn't actually like offended. I just think it's really funny. So we should only ever refer to her as a hot nobody.
Yeah, so Alex, the hot nobody,
Yeah.
she's like, I like to do it at my place so I can get my skincare routine in after we're done hooking up.
Yeah, but
And I
then-
was like, I've never like done anything self-care when like there's still a guy over or, you know, a gal or whatever.
"Oh, I
Like,
have. I don't give a fuck."
Like, no, like
Yeah.
I'm just like, cause I'm exhausted. I just want to
Yeah.
go to sleep. And you just like you're not comfortable. You know what I mean? Like if
Are
it's not
you-
like a boyfriend or girlfriend. Or
Are you a
whatever.
home or away game gal?
I would prefer an away game because I like, this sounds so crazy, but I feel like when they come over and then when they leave, it's like all the memories of everything
at
that
your
happened,
place.
they're always going to be in my fucking
That's
apartment.
so fucking true.
And I don't want them there. And then when you hook up with someone, you leave, it's so much easier to be way more detached because
Yeah.
you're like, you're not looking at the fucking coffee table he
Thinking about
spilled
whatever.
shit on
There
and
was-
now it's
yeah,
stained.
there
And
Oh, I was
like,
gonna
what
say
the
railed
fuck?
you again.
yeah, there was
Or
this
like,
guy
yeah.
that I was.
That's where I was going. Yours
Yeah.
was so much sweeter.
there was this guy that I dated for a little while, and it was like really intense. And then like he cut it off, and I'm still mad about it. But he came over one time and he put change in that piggy bank, and I cannot look at that piggy bank without being like, ugh,
Yeah.
you know.
I don't want your memories
Let's
in my
smash-
apartment.
Yeah, don't infect my space with like your stuff.
But it sucks because like I live alone, which is awesome, but a lot of people don't live alone. So
Yeah.
it's like
Gracie's just, I don't know why you're high-fiving.
that's so
Because I don't live alone.
Yeah. Gang,
I'm on the
gang.
other side.
Yeah.
gang. But like, and it's like, I also don't want to run into your roommates and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
They always have roommates is the problem. There's this one guy that I was hooking up with, and he's so loud when he comes. Like he like yells and he can't control it. Like like I have to like
Oh
lean
my
back
God.
and like
Sounds like a-
cover his mouth with my hand. He's like, I'm sorry. Like
Sounds like a cartoon
Like-
character falling down a well.
literally, like it's like oh, and you're just like yeah.
you can't control that.
Yeah.
Come on.
I
You
mean, I
can't
really
He doesn't
if
seem
I
like
had-
he's trying.
If I
Yeah.
hadn't witnessed it like many a time, like I
Many a
would say that it
time.
was bullshit.
Yeah.
But like it's real.
It's like a tick.
But like that's one of the reasons that it's like it's a plus to do it at my place because it's like then they just leave and I don't have to go home afterward because I'm so lazy.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, like it has to sound so crazy to my neighbors, like when we've had sex.
Tell him it's your
yeah.
task rabbit.
He's having such a good time.
Tell him
Putting
it's,
my
it's
desk
him
together.
dropping screws. Oh no!
Oh my
just
God.
just twice every half hour. Yeah.
God.
Mix it up.
You always hear your neighbors have sex. That's the thing.
I heard them
I
have
do.
sex.
We share. Oh, did you hear my neighbors
I
have
heard,
sex?
yeah, when I was sleeping here, I heard your neighbors have sex, and it was like 4 a.m.
Yeah, it's like 3,
And
4
it-
a.m.
like I'm a very heavy sleeper. I was asleep, and it woke me up, and I was just
Yeah.
kind of like, and I, have my
She
earplugs.
moans. She's a
and
moaner.
It was, yeah, and there was some rattling of furniture and stuff too. But I'm never
Yeah,
upset.
they always they have like a dresser against that wall, and I swear
Yeah.
they close that motherfucker like they've never used a like dresser in their life.
We had an episode about this, Mike Cannon.
Oh, yeah.
where you asked, I can't remember what the
If I
hot-
should, I think it was if I should
If
confront
you should
them
confront
and be like,
them.
"Can you guys shut the fuck up when you come?" Like,
Dude, you can't. You know what? One time my neighbors, they were so fucking loud during sex
That
and they
you
were like
slapped.
banging. And so I started banging like that. And then
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
yeah, and then
It
it all
stopped.
stopped.
yeah, I bet it did.
Yeah.
They were like,
what
"Oh,
time
boy."
was it?
sometime I don't know. It was like in the middle of the night,
night.
and I was
Yeah.
like really tired, and I was like, you guys not fucking tonight, all right? You guys, they fuck all the time.
Not tonight. Not today, Satan.
Yeah, not today, Satan. Not today, kids. Come on.
I also love that's what a perfect example of New York City living communication. Like, but banging, and then you just do one of these, and then they got it.
It's like
That's
doing
like
the
a great-
broom. It's like doing the broom on the ceiling
If
or whatever,
someone's
but you're
truly-
like doing the wall version.
Well, you know what fucked me over was because I only have one neighbor, and one time he asked to borrow like scissors or something, but then he was like, "Oh, can I like look at your apartment? Because we have like the same apartment, but it's just whatever." And so I was like, "Sure." And he saw my bed. He's like, "Oh, my bed's actually the other way. I'm gonna turn my bed the way your bed is." But now it's like, and I used to never hear him bone, and now I always hear him bone. I'm like, dude.
Wait, just because he turned it 90 degrees?
No, because he put it against the wall that her bed is against.
He's fucking railing this bitch.
And they're not even against this wall. Like their bed is on the other side
Whoa,
of the
that's
room.
crazy.
I mean, it's not a big room.
Was this cement? When I hit my hand, I was surprised.
Yeah, it feels that's a slap.
cement.
You might want to put your mic up to that.
This is the side of the building.
This is what?
The side of the building.
Okay, so yeah, like
Yeah,
cement.
that one is, fucking drywall bullshit or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. I think it's, legit wall, but this
Fucking
is exciting
when the
for
other-
our listeners. Talking about walls. Kind of, you don't think you're going to become like a boring adult, and then you end up talking about like the rain and commuting and like
And
real
walls.
estate. And
Guys, I don't think any of us
We're like,
could
my
try.
task rabbit.
I think anything boring that we talk about will like minorly offset the general insanity
Fuckery
that our
of the
lives
other shit
are.
that
So
we say.
I am all for like small talk, talking about the weather, construction, whatever.
Well, I'm
because
glad
it's
you're
like,
on board with what you talk about.
Yeah, exactly. I am so pro me talking. Let's go.
What's everyone's dating sitch right now?
Single as hell. I think my dating sitch is always single as hell.
Are you mingling?
I'm mingling. There's this guy there's this guy on Instagram. He's like a skateboarder. And
Ooh, that feels right.
it's not. He lives in California, and I just flirt with him on Instagram. It's like super stupid, but we just follow each other and we just like heart everything.
I'm gonna need to see that profile when we're done.
Yeah, it's very stupid and small, but I don't.
Is he in LA? Where is he?
So I don't know exactly. I haven't really dove deep into his
Time to
life.
dig in. This is your guy.
Nah, I don't. I kind of like a
Flirty, never gonna
flirty
happen
thing. Yeah, I kind of just like to, because I really don't. I feel like it's really hard for me to actually like really click with someone.
Mm-hmm.
And
What are you talking about? You and I click perfect.
like a guy.
Oh, fine. I didn't
Yeah.
realize we couldn't just be romantic friends.
Oh yeah.
We shared blueberries, Elle. How dare you?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know. Like it's just hard to like click with
Yeah.
dudes. I get one like once every like 2 years.
Yeah.
I
Are
would
you
say.
due? When was your last one?
I think
You're
I
like
am due.
3 years ago.
It was 2021.
Yeah.
So
Here we go.
any day now.
You got a summer of 2023 hoe campaign.
But it's like, when you're like, I don't meet new people. So
Yeah.
for this to happen, I would have to meet someone I've never met before.
you gotta swipe or you gotta give in to some comic at a show.
No,
Andrea liked that a lot.
it's not. I deleted Hinge too.
I find I've been meeting everyone in real life.
Yeah,
I
we
feel
know.
like,
Oh, that's cool.
well, yeah, no, I
yeah.
just feel like you kind of have to. The only thing you have to do is kind
You
of like
like-
approach it.
You like
Approach
go
'em.
out. You like go out to bars though. Like you go do stuff.
I wouldn't say like any of the people that I'm talking to. Like one was through like a friend of a friend. Another was like we were both working at a coffee shop, and I just like asked her out for a drink. Another was I was at a bar before a show, and we were sitting next to each other, and I asked her. Like I'm just like, if you get a vibe from someone and you think they're cute or whatever and you talk for a little bit, it's like, I feel like we meet people all the time. Like,
I don't think I think we are like really spending almost all our time with comics, or at least I am. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
yeah, but these were at like,
Well, actually, okay.
I mean, but at like a show, like you don't have friends that are not comics?
I do,
No.
but they're like your cousin. Like, I'm not going to have sex with your cousin.
Well, no, but it's like,
Not because I mean, she's a hot nobody. Like, she deserves to be had sex with, but just I'm not.
Yeah.
Gonna have
but
sex
I guess
with
it's
her.
just like putting your feelers out for like just when you're in the world. Like it's not like you're 100%
Yeah, but I
surrounded by
like-
comics 100% of the time, right?
I think like most of my time, like the last guy I met was a bartender at
that's a problem.
comedy. Yeah,
That's gonna be tough for everyone's dating life.
Yeah, it was like a bartender at a comedy show, and he was just really hot. So I just like made Shane Torres, shout out, friend of the pod. I made him like rip a piece of paper out of his notebook so that I could like give this guy my phone number with like no context whatsoever. And
Yeah.
Shane was like, ugh.
Oh.
I love that.
He was like rolling his eyes that he had to like tear a page out of his notebook for that. And I was like, that's fair.
That's what I did for this like upcoming date I have on Tuesday. Is we talked for like a second at the bar, and then I did the same thing to a comic. I was like, I need your like a piece of paper from
and
your
a
notebook.
pen.
Yeah, and then I just like folded it, gave it to her, and I was like, in case you ever want to finish talking about, well, we were talking about like her rings or whatever.
Yeah. Well, and that's
So-
like the thing I said to him is I was like, you know, when we went out, is I was like, you know, your stupid bar has black cocktail napkins. Like, you would pull so many more phone numbers if they were white cocktail napkins that you could actually write on. I had to go find a piece of paper. Like,
Wait, okay. So I actually did meet this guy. He was
here we
like,
go. Here we go.
I totally forget. I always like black out and forget everybody. It was in the morning, and he was like he was trying to get signatures to get like a liquor license for this bar he works at.
What? I didn't even know that was a thing
Yeah. It's like you have to get like
Petition.
signatures like
for people that are like, I'd like to drink at this bar.
no, like by like people who live in the neighborhood.
Oh, that's still sort of strange, but go on.
But then and I just like felt like energy
A vibe.
vibe.
There's a
So
vibe.
then I was like, oh, like, would you want to get a drink sometime? And he was like, I honestly would. I think you're really hot, but I have a girlfriend. But then he said, if you ever come to the bar I work at, I'll give you a free drink.
Yeah, I bet he will.
Great.
So
He's
I
like,
think
if I
that's good
ever
news.
break up with my girlfriend and you regularly come to my bar, we can make this happen.
Exactly.
Honestly, if I were that guy's girlfriend, I'd be pissed.
Right?
Because you don't want to hear like, I would love to, but
Yeah.
I got this old bitch over here.
This old
It's like
hag
you
weighing me
say,
down.
You're so hot, and literally like I want to be as close to you as frequently as possible and give you
Yeah.
free drinks, but fucking Sarah. It's like I'd be so mad.
Oh man.
so funny.
Anyway,
Yeah.
you should fuck him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. As
I caught a vibe for
But
sure.
yeah, it's just
Gracie
all
loves to
about,
say
like-
that she worships at the altar of chaos. So she's like, yeah, go fuck that guy with a girlfriend.
Yeah, for sure. See what happens. Fuck around and find out.
Who among us? Who among
Yeah.
us has not made a poor decision?
No, but I think it's just, and the more like you sharpen those energy feelers, the more.
I think my problem is mine is so fucking sharp that I just know if it's there or not.
That's
And I
not
can-
bad.
Immediately.
Yeah, and I can pretend I'm like, oh, I don't know if it's there, but like I would know.
I know when it's there.
Yeah.
Like when I'm like my boss, when I was like, I like went on a date with some guy and I was like, I just wasn't feeling it. And she's like, well, maybe you should go out with him again because like maybe you'll develop feelings. And I was like, that's not how I work at all.
That doesn't make sense to me.
I
at
know
all.
immediately, like
At all.
within like 3 minutes of talking to someone, like I know
That-
if it's there or it's not there for me.
I can't waste one fucking minute on a person, not even a friendship level or romantic level, if I don't feel like some
vibe.
sort of vibe.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Both of my like whopper in love relationships, I knew them for like 2 months before I developed romantic feelings for them.
Oh man, I don't get that at all.
Sometimes it's not that like I immediately like have these romantic feelings. I just know that we're gonna get along. Like
Yeah.
I know,
For me, it's like sexual feelings.
okay.
It's like, okay.
Like my friend
Yeah.
Cody, like I knew when I met Cody, do you know Cody comic?
We've talked about him.
Yeah. He's like my best friend. And I knew like when I first met him, I'm like, we're going to be best friends.
Yeah.
Cause I just like felt a vibe. And
Yeah.
It's
Vibing.
It's vibing. But, yeah. But then this guy asked me out on Instagram actually the other week or last week. And I met up with him. I didn't feel the vibe. So I said, I don't want to hang out or I can't,
Yeah.
can't do this. And then he's like, okay, that's fine. And I totally did not feel it either. But would you want to like be friends still? And I was like,
You're like, I've got enough friends.
Yeah.
dude, brutal.
But that also
I have to deny you twice? That
that also
sucks.
means like, which to be fair, this actually worked on me one time. So in like my
I already love it, whatever you're about to
2-year
say.
relationship where it's like we went on a date, I wasn't attracted to him. He asked to hang out again. And I was like, hey, you do seem cool. I'm not feeling a romantic vibe here, but we both happen to do archery. So I was like,
I'm sorry. Can you run that back?
was
like,
not
we-
expecting that. Wow.
Common,
So funny.
commonality that everyone saw coming.
yeah, well, he was from Virginia, so like they're born with some kind of weapon in their hand.
Fair enough.
And I love Lara Croft, so I took up archery like a few years ago. So I was like, look, I don't know anyone else who shoots, so like you genuinely seem cool. It was during the pandemic. It was like
love
late 2020.
Lara Croft.
I love Lara Croft. And I was like, if you do want to go shoot and like get a drink, like I am actually down to be friendly. And he was like, yeah, that sounds fine. And then from there, from a very comfortable like friend zone place, he started kind of like not plotting exactly, but he was like, I'm just gonna be around.
Kind of. That's orbiting. That's
I'm gonna be around. And then we dated for 2 years.
There you go. See,
So sometimes that's
plotting.
And he's like, I knew that would happen. And I don't think he
totally plotting.
I don't think he said like he didn't know that he didn't know. But
Stop
he was
defending
like,
him.
he was like, this
Stop.
is what he told me later was he was like, this is
defending
kind of my MO. He's like, this is like where I get kind of turned down initially because people aren't like physically attracted or whatever. And then
is he ugly?
No, he's not.
Oh my god.
He's like, this happens
boy.
every
A
time.
lot.
Trust me.
Yeah.
Just a part of the protocol.
He's like a bubble boy. He's like, no one ever wants to hook up with me because they can't touch my skin. Like,
No, he's a cutie. He's a cutie objectively, but I think he just has like more of a friend.
but you just didn't like him
vibe.
until he tricked you into it. I guess.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
Totally.
Exactly. And then, yeah.
He tricked you into it.
I'm very easily trickable. I feel like I've just been in a string of relationships where I've been like, oops, we're dating now. Oh
my God.
Whoops.
Yeah, it's easy to like ignore that. I ignored something like that last summer where it's like the guy was so fucking hot. He was rich. He paid for
Yeah.
everything. I was like,
I'm
what a
over
life I
that.
live. Am I right? And big dick. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Just
That sounds so made up.
no, but it's so real. And he looks like a cross between James Franco and Heath Ledger.
Oh wow.
So hot. But he had
What was wrong with him?
he
Everything
was
else.
not fucking funny, not one bit, had no sense of humor. Like
that
his humor
sucks.
was so weird. Like I never knew when he was joking because he would be like, yeah, like I just spilled your water, and I'd be like, what? And he was like, I'm joking. I'm like, what?
You're like,
where's the
what?
joke? What are you talking about?
Show me on the doll.
Yeah. It's so
No,
weird.
that's a bummer when it's like pulling teeth just to be around. But I feel like you have to
It's
get
hard to
all
be
of
the
that
funny one.
stuff.
It's hard to be the only funny one.
I don't like it
I've
at
done
all.
it. I've done it before to like the bartender's not funny, but I'm not there for his personality.
Yeah, it's just you know when you're like talking, even like taking humor out of it. If you're talking to someone and you're just like missing each other's point every fucking thing you talk about,
It's so
and you're just
awkward,
like,
yeah.
We're not on the same wavelength.
we're not speaking the same language at all.
Yeah.
it's
When
so
you have to
weird.
say, wait, what did you mean?
Yeah,
like
every-
multiple
yeah,
times.
yeah,
It's
like, wait,
really,
what?
and then you're with someone that you have chemistry, and you're like, I don't even have to finish. We don't even have to finish our own
See,
sentences because like you get
that's
the
fucking
crackliness.
hot.
I have that all the time. I think that's my problem. I have it all the time with people.
All the time?
Yeah, I have it
You're an emotional slut.
yeah, I really am. I have like connections and chemistry and stuff with people with a lot of people,
Oh,
and
that's
that's
interesting.
why
That sounds hard though. That sounds like kind of like to me.
Well,
that
that's
sounds
why
like
it's hard
polyamory.
to figure out like
You're just like emotionally connecting with everyone.
what I want, because like I can emotionally I don't know, like I can switch it up a lot. Like right now, the people that I'm talking to, it's both like, it's like, ooh, yeah, I'm really excited to talk to you about this, or I'm really excited to talk to you about this, and there's like a lot of humor and inside jokes, and I feel like that's just very normal for me when I'm like,
I'm so jealous.
talking to
Oh,
someone.
yeah,
No, I
that's
don't
so
know.
normal for you. I'm sorry that you go
but-
through that.
I'm saying like
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. I'm saying like maybe
think it's
then
hard?
it dulls
It's so
the
hard
sense
when it just happens for you every day of your life.
No, I didn't.
How do
mean
you get
that.
through that?
I meant like.
Well, I'm curious. Is it like hard to find someone that you really, really fuck? Because if you think you click with everyone,
I will
has to
say
be
I've-
someone you click with the
And
most.
then everybody
I will
else is like, I don't click with her. I don't know what her deal is.
I will say I've been like in whopping love like 2 times.
Yeah.
So that's
Whopping.
when I will say, which out of all the people that I feel like I've talked to, fucked, dated, blah, blah, blah. So there are people, but it's like, I would say it's baseline very easy for me
To get along with most.
to click with and find value and find
Yeah.
the fun and the wavelength with that person.
So interesting.
But that's 'cause I'm like,
hearing
I'm
about
a-
this because this is not my life at all.
well, I'm also a chronic like people pleaser though too.
I'm
so
a big
that-
flirt, but like I'm
Yeah.
not like they're like I said, like when I know, like immediately with somebody.
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, man. I feel like I'm cursed in a way, but
Oh
whatever.
my god.
No,
Shut
not
up.
it's not in a bad way. It's just
Oh, just a positive curse?
just one of those positive curses.
Got it.
I don't know. It's all good.
You might like if you're due though, like a person, like it's been the 2 years, like you might be just about to get into the doing the my boyfriend jokes, like you know.
I've never done a my boy. Because I broke up with my like long-term boyfriend like right before I started doing comedy.
So then you haven't had a scenario where you needed to do boyfriend jokes.
Yeah, honestly, I do not need more dating material. I just
Yeah.
did. I don't know. I did 20 last night, and I was like, I would say 98% of all my material I realize is all about dating, and then there's a little
really
bit about
hard to
guns,
get away
and then
from.
there's a little bit about
guns.
and then there's like guns, Italian, religion,
dating against.
Yeah.
That's fine though. It's whatever you're thinking about. Like I used to spend so much time like guilting myself like over like, oh, that's sex material, and it's like this is my shit. And if there's
Yeah.
a space
Yeah.
for me, like this is my shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I spent so much of my time being such a hoe. I just have too many stories, you know? Like the beginning of my 20s was just like, it's just nuts, man.
Hoe central.
Blessed.
Yeah.
Blessed.
That
Yep.
sounds great.
It's all because of my nose job.
Shut up.
It was. I mean, I got my nose job, and wow, I've
Shit
never
just-
felt attention like this before. It was so cool. I was like, oh my God.
You're making it
guys like
sound
me.
like you had like the witch from like Snow White's nose before.
It was crazy.
No.
You know, it was big. It looks like I had a broken nose, but it was my normal nose. It was like it looked swollen at all times.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I guess I've always like thought about plastic surgery, but never felt like just the cost investment, you know?
Yeah.
And then also like, I don't even know what I'd get done.
I think
That's a good place. That's a good place to be.
Yeah, don't.
If you're like, I don't
Yeah.
even, I really have to think about it.
Maybe like liposuction or something. I don't know.
I would do nose, and then I would
Why?
do.
You have an incredible nose.
I
you
would
have a
do.
great nose.
Thank you. I would do. That's why I said it, and now we can move on. No, I said I have. I would do like a little shavy bit. It goes like out a little bit. And some days when I'm in a bad mood and I look at it wrong, I'm like, I feel like it wouldn't even have to be that big of a deal. Just get some sandpaper and just meh. And then tits, maybe just like a little, they're tweaks, you know, like
Yeah.
I want like tiny, but the idea of something in my boob it freaks me out.
Yeah.
It scares me. But if they could like take, what's that thing where they take some from your butt and they put it in your boob?
Oh,
yeah.
fat
My friend had that
transfer.
done.
Yeah.
She's had that done like 3 times.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Because
Yeah.
it goes away.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So like I do that.
Yeah.
But I'm very
I would like, some part of me wants to do lips, but it's just like so crazy looking when people get it done.
it looks so obvious.
And when you see like, I don't know if you guys read that cut article about like when it goes wrong and when it like migrates like up, like, and you're
You look
like
like a cat. You
Yeah.
look like, yeah.
you look like you have
crazy.
2 little
you look like you were one of those kids that had Kool-Aid and then like got stung by a bee.
Yeah.
Like, and you just have like the Kool-Aid mustache, like, and then it's all like, which is me describing, I guess, mountainous upper lips.
Yes.
But it just ultimately doesn't feel like worth the risk. And some of the people in the cut article are like, I went to the top like Beverly Hills plastic surgeons like to get this done.
But they just have a reaction. It's like they're
even the richest people that get this work done look really fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the point is there's a line. And
Yeah.
it's so easy to cross it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And
So
it's
you just gotta-
expensive too.
It's expensive. But I don't know. My insurance covered mine. So,
Really?
Yeah, because I put it under like deviated septum.
There you go.
And
Smart.
so-
sinus.
Smart.
Yeah,
whatever.
It was good shit.
Oh, that's
but,
awesome.
I'm gonna say
That's so
deviated
smart.
lips.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
What else can they cover? Can they
Yeah.
cover my next hair like dyeing or whatever, hair bleaching?
All right, we
Something-
get it. You're
something
blonde now.
bipolar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
something bipolar.
The bleach helps my brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get Botox for free because of my headaches.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
For migraines.
yeah. I get it everywhere, and
Everywhere?
yeah. Well, so they have to put it in my forehead, but then they put it like in my head, in my neck, in my shoulders,
Yeah.
in my jaw too.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy. And then when I was in there, the doctor was like, he's like, do you want me to like, while you're here, I can fill your chin up if you want. He offered to
What?
fill up my cleft chin.
When you didn't say anything.
No, I was there for headaches. And I was like, wait, why?
You have a great chin.
I know, and I've always liked it, and I've never thought for 1 second to fill it up. He's like, yeah, some people with a cleft chin, like they like to fill it up so it looks normal. And I was like,
Normal? Oh,
I was
fuck
like,
you, dude.
I was like, that's really crazy. No, I don't want that done. Thank you. And he was like, oh, free of charge. I'm like, dude, please.
Please
Well,
let
probably
me
because
fill
you have
your
to keep
chin in.
coming back for it. So it's like if he does it for you the first time, then you get like addicted to how it looks, and then you know what I mean.
But this is like one of the only things that separates me from other white blonde girls. Like you wouldn't be able to know the difference between me and Maria if
Maria,
you
do you have
didn't
a
have
cleft?
it.
No. Mm-mm.
I was
And that's how I know that that's Maria.
me and Elle were at
That's how I was able to even direct that question to her. 'cause
me and Elle
no.
were at a comedy club the other day, and I went up to say hi to one of the managers, and Elle was on the show and I was not, and he was like, "Oh, Elle, you're next," and I was like, "Nope."
No, and it's so. And I talked. He knows who I am, and
He knows who I am too.
And I talk to him every single time.
Yeah, he hugs
It's
me every
so
time I see him. It
crazy.
was so funny. I was like,
What a
I'll take it. She's younger
Yeah.
than I am. I'll take it.
dude. You look like you're in your 20s. I guess
Okay.
I am in my 20s.
Marry me.
I
okay?
actually said that. I said it was Maria's birthday to my roommate the other day. I was like, oh, it was Maria's birthday, blah, blah. And he was like, really? Huh? Really?
It's because
And I
I'm
was
so
like-
immature.
I was like, are you like what is going
You're
on?
making
here?
it sound like I'm 50, but I'm not. Yeah.
No,
He's
but-
like, really? He's like, she's almost done.
Almost dead.
no, it was like a 20s. Like I thought 20s.
I love that for me.
Yeah.
I will eventually. I'll get Botox, but I'm just not ready yet. I'm not
You've
ready.
never gotten Botox?
No.
Dude.
I've never
You
gotten
have to
Botox
be
either,
studied in a
yeah.
lab. That's so fucked
Stop
up.
it, marry me.
No, dude, that's weird. that I've been getting Botox since I was 20.
Oh, I know. I mean, I know so many people that do. Like, I just.
Wait, why do you need Botox when you're 20? Just preventative?
No, I have the strongest forehead I think I've ever seen in my life. I've had like really deep wrinkles in my forehead since I was like in high school.
Yeah, I have other friends that have
Were
had
you
it done.
concerned about a lot of things in high school? Is that why?
No, I think
You're just constantly furrowing your brow, walking around the halls doing science and math. Like, the marine layer is disappearing.
I just have like a Jim Carrey forehead. Like it was just so
It's so funny, like
expressive.
hearing you say that because your forehead is like so like flat and there's
Yeah.
nothing like that, and you're like, I just have a Jim Carrey forehead, and it's like, no,
Dude.
bitch, no, you don't. Like,
I did though, not anymore, thank God. But it was like very Neanderthal, and I struggle saying that word.
we could tell.
I couldn't. I think you did
And a little
great.
fun fact.
Fun fact.
I fuck up that word 100%
Neanderthal.
of the time. Neanderthal.
Yeah, you did it.
Yeah.
Good work. I'm proud of you. Thank you. Second time's a charm.
Neandra.
I feel like I was always chill with like plastic surgery stuff because my mom when I was like 5 years old, I remember she like disappeared for like 3 days or something, and then she comes back and she's all black and blue and she has all these wraps and she's laying in bed and she's like, and I'm like, I go up to my mom, I'm like, Mom, where have you been? What happened? And she was like, I got hit by a car. And I was like, no, you didn't. Like,
What?
even then I was like, someone would have told me if you
Yeah.
got hit by a car. You wouldn't be gone for 3 days. Where have you been? And then I was like,
Well, you could be in the hospital, but
no, I don't know.
if you get hit by a car, you're
Yeah,
going to the
that's true.
hospital.
That is true.
But probably a lot longer than 3 days.
But she got her like her boobs done, her nose done,
She got all in one go.
all in one go.
because then you
Nice.
only have to go under anesthesia one time.
Oh, that's great.
And I think that's the most expensive part, maybe.
It's that. But it's like if you're gonna lay around and recover, I think it's also like you might as well just do it all at once.
Do it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I was like, yeah, this is the way of the world.
This is the way.
Yeah, this is the way.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're not wrong.
yeah.
Not wrong.
Yeah. So
Damn,
Yeah.
that would be so cool
Mom
to like
got-
go under and then wake up with completely different. It's like you wake up and you have, I don't know, you have like a fucking fin or something. Like, what if they,
sorry,
what if they like do something absolutely crazy? And like,
There's
I'm so
TV shows
excited.
for
I was talking to this bro about the singularity, which I don't know if you guys know, but it's when humans and machines are finally going to be merged and we're so
Whoa.
close.
There's only
And it's like,
one universal experience.
what?
I said when there's only one universal experience.
Oh, is that what it
Singularity.
is?
Yeah, it's when you just everyone is one shared.
Oh,
One shared
collective
consciousness,
thing.
collective
Oh,
consciousness.
Well, I got into I got into like a
upsetting.
rabbit hole of just like basically like AI and machinery mods to humans. So that's when I'm really gonna get into plastic surgery. Is like if I go under,
installed in your tits.
Yeah, exactly. I wake up and it's just a slot machine.
I mean,
like
if
that
someone-
would be.
If
Make
someone was
it-
like, "Do you want a Venmo chip in your arm?" Like, I don't know that I would not. I'd be like, "Yeah, go ahead."
yeah. I mean,
No.
at a certain
Why
point,
not?
I want to be able to just like put my phone away and just like be
Well, but you
alone.
can't look at it. It's just someone scans it when they're paying you.
I don't want that. I
think
be
at some
pure
point-
human.
Oh, you're so pure.
I'm so organic.
Lady who's just like reminisced over liking plastic surgery. You're like, I want to be a pure
I want to
human.
be organic. I mean, it
I like
is
that, though.
It
Like-
is my bone, but it's just less bone.
nothing was added.
No, it
Things
was
are only. I like that
taken
though
away.
because it's like that
Mind.
way you can put your phone away and then just be free, frolicking in nature, camping.
Are we
whatever,
though?
as-
Our hair's dyed. I'm on meds. Like you're never really without alterations. Just
It's
saying.
very true. I know. I have a bit that because one of my friends in college, she said, I would never get plastic surgery. I would never do anything to alter God's plan. And I was like, yeah, but you have diabetes. Like you being alive is not God's plan, dude.
See, that's not dating material.
That's true. Thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
So hey, 97%.
Yeah, it's slowly,
that down
slowly
a peg.
scaling down.
Oh, yeah. That's what's
love
up. But yeah, and I also hate those people too, because it's like, yeah, okay, I think it's just, and she's naturally beautiful and like all that shit.
Of course she is.
Yeah.
That's why God's plan is working out for her.
Yeah, I know. It's just like, okay, I hate when people have that stance, and it's like, yeah, because you're disgustingly beautiful. If you did anything to your face, you'd fuck it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd look
Don't
worse.
change anything.
Yeah.
It'd be bad.
Yeah.
Okay,
Everyone
so
shut up.
you're so you like have met some dude last week on Instagram and it was a no.
It was a no. Yeah.
And then what about you, Gracie? Oh, sorry. Did you have more to say, Elle?
It was a no, and then I killed him because he was a waste of space.
You know what? No, that's all I had to say on that.
All right.
It was a no.
We'll wrap on Elle's section in this.
My section is my section. I'm very single and not looking for any kind of relationship because I'm really kind of enjoying just my freedom. Not even like
Who
mingling.
saw a Braveheart reference
Braveheart,
coming?
yeah. For me, being single is like, it's way less about dating around. Like, if I'm with someone that I really like, I'm not like, what else is out there? Like, I know that there's stuff out there, and if I'm, but for me, like, I could settle down or lock in with the person if they were like a really, really good fit. But what I just like about being on my own right now is exactly that, like doing what I want when I want it, really just pushing forward on all of my career
and you're
shit.
only what, like 5 months out from your last relation.
Yeah, I'm sure at some point it'll get a little dicey or whatever, but
Sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes you need a couple years of just frolicking.
Yeah, I'm flirting, and like it's like all the people, not all the people, I don't want to make it out like I'm, but the
all
couple
the
people that I'm talking to, it's like
big ass hoe.
it's like exactly, well, I'm talking to like a couple people and they don't live here. So that's really nice. And I think that's
'cause then
actually,
you can just flirt.
that's actually my preferred thing, when it's like, let me know. I'm like a madame at a brothel where it's like, you just let me know when you're passing through town.
Do you mean a madam?
A madam?
Are you trying to say
madam?
a madam?
madam? Oh yeah.
Madame.
Yeah.
Why do I think that is a thing? I think madame. Yeah,
But either. Well,
I think madame.
but you
Madam.
understood.
Yeah.
Madame. But
I did technically understand.
But you know, so I think I'm really enjoying the lack of pressure and the lack of like emotional heaviness. Like I feel very light in all of my interactions right now,
great.
and very like but it's still very respectful, you know?
Yeah.
It's like I'm not engaging in it with any shitheads or anyone I don't want to be engaging with, but the people that I am engaging with, like I genuinely enjoy, and I don't feel any kind of like obligation. And so it's just it's a really good balance.
You're fancy free.
Yeah, it's nice. So we'll see. There's always that, you know, fear of being like, oh, well, one day I'm gonna get old and die alone, and maybe I'm burning time, blah blah blah. But I actually don't really care, because I actually want to die on a commune with all my friends. Maria and I talked about it in the last
we were
episode.
talking about.
Oh,
She wants to start a cult.
I do. I don't want to start a cult. I'm not a cult starter. I'm a follower.
She would be like a founding member, but she wouldn't be
Like, just
the
on
head
the
of it.
board.
Well,
I
'cause
would
the
be-
the head of it has to want to fuck everyone and accomplish that. So like you'd have to find the right person.
I would be like
don't
their
like this
first
cult
wife or whatever. I'd be like their woman that like watch. Now
But I
I
thought
think
it
I'm
was
just
all of
describing
your
Ghislaine
friends.
Maxwell.
You're not power hungry enough. You're not a female dictator, so you're not. Gonna
I'm
be able to
not.
run
I
it.
really just kind of want to fuck with vegetables and what
What?
and what kind of animals
Is it-
specifically, Maria?
Oh,
Pet raccoons.
raccoons.
Is it weird? I do not care about dying alone at all.
I don't
like,
either.
I have my mom be there. I don't care.
Your mom's not going to be there. She's going to be dead.
No, she'll probably be there.
Yeah, you think so?
I think she'll be there.
Because of all the surgery.
Yeah,
Because
and
she's bionic now.
She's longevity runs in my family. Oh,
So then-
fuck.
Yeah.
Then that doesn't make sense.
Well, maybe I'll just drink
Do some
Kool-Aid,
dumb shit.
and
Yeah.
I'll
But
end
yeah,
it
it's
early
not.
with my mom.
Cause think about it too. Like, think about the nights where you've been alone. Like, it's like you're in alone on a Friday night, and you're like, This is so fucking
so
nice.
nice,
It's like,
yeah.
maybe that's just what dying alone is. It's like that for 10 years. Where you're like, this is so fucking. And I am really curious to see how our generation is going to get older and quote die alone. Like, I feel like it's just going to be all of us still texting our friends.
Yeah.
You know, like we're going to be like 90 years old, all living in, I don't know, like, yeah, like a commune together. I really do think we're going to see that trend.
Yeah, and all of our like, well, I mean, maybe not ours, but all of the children that would be like grandchildren age to us are gonna be like, oh my god, you're so stupid. I can't believe you guys still text. Like,
Yeah.
just use the chip in your head. Just get the chip and just talk to each
exactly.
other.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk to each other.
get the
brain
chip.
to brain.
Yeah,
What you're using
losers.
technology.
Yeah.
Plug
Like,
into the
Look
floor
at you
that's
on your
plugged
fucking
into everything
iPhone.
else.
Yeah,
Who's
your
ever used an
tablet.
iPhone? Yeah.
dude, that's crazy.
I think that I mean, this is sort of like obvious, but it's like I just don't think that we know if we're gonna care about dying alone until you're like old. And,
Yeah.
and then
There
you
is
start to feel
something
like
deeply.
the clock is ticking.
I was like high and on the couch alone the other night, and there was a moment where I was like, I caught a whiff of like deep fear. I was like, oh my God, just like me, single, childless in my 50s on the couch. And I was like, there was like a real moment of like sadness
Yeah.
that I felt. And I'm prepared to feel that. But still, it does not compare to the greater evil of like settling down with someone out of fear and being like super resentful and angry.
totally. I think the ideal is that you're not settling and you're not like
Yeah.
alone, feeling lonely.
Yeah.
Like I think that's kind of the point. But I think it's also like when you don't fill those middle years with like a partner and kids, then if all your other friends start having like partners and kids, then you are lonely because like they can't come meet up with you. You know what I mean?
But that's not
So
what
then
we
you-
have.
I mean, not right now, but I don't
Yeah.
think you really know until people get into their 40s, like what they're going to end up doing. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like we can still just like bop around and be like, I'm a comedian. You know, I'm just like out at bars every night hanging with my friends. And then eventually you get tired.
yeah. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
It's far
I
away
mean,
though. So
Yeah.
It's
we
easy.
don't
You're
be
still in your
like, worry about
20s,
it.
right?
Yeah, I'm 22.
Oh.
If you'll just turned. So
2 full years of Botox.
blessful.
Yeah.
You know? I thank
Hashtag
God every
blessed.
day.
They don't.
Yeah.
That was a trick question. They
Someday-
don't use hashtags.
yeah.
I don't know.
Someday you'll be able to
yeah.
rent a car. It's going to be nuts.
I know. I can't wait.
Which
I
you
wonder
hate,
what it's gonna be
famously.
like. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't really.
You'll be able to rent a car just so you can stare at it from the outside.
You can rent a subway train.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, life is great.
Well, look, we're wrapping up,
Yep.
and we've kind of like been fast and loose and non-structured in the best
which
way.
Gracie hates.
No, I loved.
You
I
loved
had
it?
I had a delightful time. But I am wondering if we want to finish with a tip.
Oh, do you want to make Botox your stay hot tip?
Stay hot tip.
Nose job, Botox, positive attitude.
Dude, love that. Okay. Blueberries. Blueberries. Dude, I've been obsessed
Yes.
with blueberries. I think
Superfood.
Superfood.
Antioxidants.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the seeds get stuck in your back teeth in a really annoying way. But I think it's worth it.
yeah, I
Yeah.
love them. I eat them before bed and I eat them when I wake up and I eat them all day.
Do you have like a little I'm picturing like a little hamster feeder right next to your bed. Where it's a
Blueberries?
little like
I would love that, dude.
and you just open as like a little bird feeder.
I would love that.
Yes, I love that.
my
Okay,
God.
cool. Blueberries.
Yeah, blueberries.
Blueberries,
Amazing.
Botox.
Yeah.
Best.
3 blondes and blueberries. The
Yeah.
episode. The app. Oh my God, Elle. Well, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming
So
back.
fun.
We love you.
We love having
You're
you.
preferred-
You're a delight.
Me and all my personalities love you guys.
I
Tell
say the
'em-
same thing.
Tell them where they can find you on the web.
At _ Elle Orlando _ on Instagram, and then some version. Just type in
Varieties.
Elle Orlando.
Yeah. And then we forgot to plug how to find us. And we forgot to plug our producer, Andrea Allen. Check out her 2 podcasts, Dog Pig and Respectfully. I have to say it like that though, since it's judgmental. And then anyway, you can find us on Instagram at Hot Dads Pod, and you can email us hotdadspod@gmail.com. And then Gracie, where can they find you?
Save Gracie Canaan on Instagram, TikTok. Also give my Facebook a follow. Yeah, crazy that I'm saying that.
Yep,
but
she's overwhelmed by Facebook as a concept. And then you can find me at Maria Heinegg, MariaHeinegg. This has been Double G. gang gang.
This has been
Hot Dads Podcast.